The scene is Pyongyang airfield, the date just over a week ago. And though the evacuation of the city was in its final stage, Australian Mustangs and other planes were using the airport right until the last soldier had left. Television newsreel cameraman Cyril Page spent his last hours in Pyongyang shooting these pictures in the North Korean capital before it entered it. An icy north wind was sweeping the streets. Army stores were being blown up. Several buildings were on fire. All roads leading out of the city were crowded with refugees. Few knew where they were going. Detachments of the British 29th Brigade had been detailed to look after them. Because of priority for military vehicles, the refugees were not permitted to cross the bridges over the Taedong River to the south of Pyongyang. Yet, obsessed by the fear of being left in the city, thousands made their way to the river's edge. There, all kinds of craft were being prepared to take them across. To the British 29th Brigade fell the task of covering the withdrawal. Centurion tanks manned by the 8th Hussars guarded the approaches to the city, as unit after unit of the United Nations forces moved south to where a new defensive line was to be established. No one quite knew where the communists were, but sappers had laid charges to blow the bridges once the last vehicles had crossed. The last British vehicle was ordered to leave the city by midnight. Our cameraman himself was to leave from the airfield, which he reached shortly before dusk. Here, too, stores and equipment had to be burnt. As darkness fell, blazing hangars and workshops lit up the night sky. By midnight, hundreds of private dwellings near the airfield were in flames, too. It was almost dawn when our cameraman left Pyongyang airfield. And as his plane, one of the last to leave, flew him out, he saw far below the United Nations retreat, with the route to the south lying under a cloud of dust from the seemingly never-ending line of vehicles.